Let's jump in. Welcome in game one. Kelar versus FreakinAndy. We are here in Division 1 of TDM7. Starting out on Savannah. I think this is a really nice way to start the set on good old Savannah. We do indeed, if you can remember back far enough, this is a correct Civ prediction for me. Bohemians for Andy, Slavs for Kelar. I did say I thought this matchup would be easier for the Slavs, but not necessarily a bad matchup for the Bohemians. Both players have found one villager kill. Andy still has the scout alive as well, looking for more damage. Could be annoying around the foundation of this castle. Ooh, villager was kind of blocked up there for a moment. So, Slavs tend to always go into like infantry, siege, eventually adding in the boyar. Bohemians are always, well, maybe not always. Look at this unit feed from Andy here, actually. Hand cannons, champions, and arbalests already in the queue. I was going to say Bohemians are pretty much always just Halb, Hofnitze, and some amount of Hussite wagons. Sometimes they add in champions. Opening with the heavy hand cannon, usually not ideal because of how slowly they produce. You can get overrun if you're just pumping out hand cannons early. Let's see. And he also has a monk in here. He's going to try and yoink the relic real fast before the fighting can begin in earnest. And he does. Kelar going for a castle in the middle, though. Nice central hill to take control of. The good Slav infantry, really not finding too much value against the hand cannons, though, funnily enough. We do have SO beginning to get to the front of the fight, though, for Kelar. Like I said, and this is how I always say it for the Bohemians, theoretically, the Bohemians can counter everything, but you have to micro hand cannons or whatever away from the siege. You have to micro the Hofnitze onto the siege. You have to keep whatever your meat shield is in front, if you have a meat shield, which Andy doesn't really have right now, which I don't love. Boyar should destroy Bohemians. I mean, I guess hand cannons can still blitz down the Boyar with raw attack power. I feel like you still go Halb, no? You just straight up not go Halb against the Slavs? Boyar running through. They find at least one Hofnitze snipe. Just one for now. Welcome in, Zayu, by the way. We've got university walls. Let's go. This is why Andy is the champion of the people. Full university walling the map. You cannot stone wall in Tarnished Deathmatch, but you can university wall. And he is full walling the map, funneling all of Kelar's army straight to the middle, which, to be fair, is probably where the Slavs want to funnel their military anyway. Hofnitze dying to the siege onagers as soon as they come out of the siege workshop. But SO are going down. But, I mean, I think Andy might just, well, he's fighting underneath a lot of castles, to be fair. Kelar is, which is not ideal. Forward castle, double forward castle now from Kelar. We have a pause. Okay, they're saying 14 already in game, so I don't know what the pause was. GG, okay, maybe not GG, says Ula. Welcome in. It was looking GG. This castle will football to the Trebs. I think Andy's having some lag issues again, maybe, which is not good. Maybe it won't. Andy has a lot of villagers repairing this. 19 villagers. And I don't know where the raid alert is, but Mojito Monday, welcome in. Hope the rest of your set, Otter and AR, went well. I saw most of it, but not all of it. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a banger in the works, and we've been delayed quite a bit, so you haven't missed very much at all. But I think you have missed most of game one, potentially, because I think Andy is on the back foot quite heavily right here. Go Kelar. Finally, Chipmunk's able to root on Kelar when he's actually playing. Welcome in, everybody. Rico, Core, Chipmunk, Otter. Welcome, welcome. Andy has sort of stabilized. There's not as much military on the field for Kelar anymore. If it's only siege, the Hofnitsa should be able to do pretty good work. Finally, Halbs are on the field. I know Slav champions and whatnot are kind of tough, but I think you do still just need Halb on the field as the Bohemians at all times. Kelar actually has to back up. He's got 13 military on the field. Doesn't have food anymore. So he can only produce siege right now. Maybe Andy held on long enough. It was really dire. Kelar is having to sell wood and stone to buy food. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That doesn't feel great. Kelar trying to yoink some of the forward gold, but he is totally getting pushed back here. 15 Hofnitsa on the field. It's almost a pure Hofnitsa army for Andy. There's very little else on the field. He's got his quick moving villagers, hoofing it out to, I guess, over here. Castle falls, though. Now it's Andy's turn for a forward castle on this middle hill. This might be a little too aggro. There's really nothing here for Andy to protect these Hofnitsa. I think the Boyar could maybe full clear this. That was a good shot, though. And the SO are not going to make it in. Siege Rams will get to the castle foundation. Boyar try to roll in. There are some Halb here. Great shots on the Rams. Boyar dying to the Halb. Castle foundation still in jeopardy. There's no villagers left here. And Andy deletes the foundation. Actually, there was a villager here still. A couple of them, actually. So, alright. Kelar denies a castle, that's good, but TCs are about to start getting slam dunked by now 20 Hofnitsa on the field. Andy, please, we need something in front of them. There's some more Halb here. This is a lot of gold and wood. I guess he's losing them. He is losing them, but his eco is so good behind this. He has so much res in the bank still. Kelar is totally tapped out. A little bit of a pushback for Kelar, though. He can reclaim this hill. About half of the Hofnitsa went down. We still have 9 on the field, though. Meanwhile, Kelar is going to take some extra resources here. Andy also taking this. I mean, there's nothing here. This is like a Viper Castle. It's just on a hill. Kelar out of siege, though. Has a couple more Rams on the field. Two Trebuchets. But he might lose this castle again. It's on the hill. It's a lot of Hofnitsa, though. Boyar roll through. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 Hofnitsa. That's good value, I think. And he's still fortifying the middle with production buildings now. Kelar lost a castle foundation here, I guess. I kind of missed what happened in this particular square of the map, but I'm pretty sure he just lost it. Doesn't have enough stone for another castle anyway. Loses his middle castle again. Kelar has castle dropped the university wall on the left-hand side. Alright, alright. I guess it does protect the stone if Kelar is able to eventually get here as well, but, you know, that's the value on the wall. Got more rams in the middle, filled with champions, or at least, well, there are champions inside them, not quite filled. And he buys a castle to try and lock down this gold. Rams are coming in, though. Just feels like Andy perpetually does not have anything in front of his siege. Eventually he's not, surely eventually he'll not be able to replace these. He's got so much wood and gold though. I guess he can just produce Hofnitsa forever. He's got Trebs here. Rams pushing in on the second university wall, but I don't think they'll be in time to save the castle for Kelar. Another castle for Andy to really lock down this stone. Plugging the university wall behind with a siege workshop. Another castle for Kelar. This one will go up, but I don't think it's going to stay up. Look at the university walling around the Hofnitsa as well for Andy. He has come to play, I'll tell you what. Castle goes down for Kelar. He has to settle for yet another castle on this hill. I think this is the fourth or fifth castle that has been placed on this hill so far this game. I mean, Kelar's going to run out of stone pretty soon, surely. He's put so many castles down. Got 200 more there, and he's got this one. Guess he's alright. He's Slavs, it's fine. Hofnitsa getting domed by trebuchets. Nice shots there by Kelar, and both players take a second to breathe. Rebs now mobilized for Kelar to the west. Maybe they can perch on this hill and start taking down this castle. Kelar really wants to steal this gold, but his mining camps are just getting domed by the Hofnitsa. I mean, I guess he can steal some of it still. Is this worth? I don't know. He's picking up the gold, and then it is evaporating in his villagers' hands at least. He has to go through the university wall. He does get through it on the left, and he re-university walled down here, by the way. But it won't be enough to keep this castle up. He walls behind again. So the Trebs can't come in at least. But he's got some champions to deal with here. Meanwhile, Kelar pushing again in the middle. Andy running out of wood lines a little bit on the right here. Oh boy, who's winning right now? I think Kelar still has really good map positioning, right? So it should still be him, I think. But Andy refusing to go down is going to have to find another wood line. But I guess Kelar's not really over here too much. Might lose his Viper Castle up on the hill to the trebuchets. A lot of military for Kelar, diving the Hofnitsa, getting good snipes. But again, they are dying. Andy will eventually run out of gold. He does have 4 of the relics. This is the only one he hasn't been able to nab yet. And he could lose 2 more castles, potentially, but Kelar backs up. He's scared. Raids do not really find too much value. He's sending in the Hussar, though. I mean, if you can snipe the Hofnitsa, it's probably worth it. And Andy has paused again. For those of you who are just, or who raided in partway through this game, Andy's internet was having some big issues before things started. So, we're hoping it's fine. Alright, we start again, at least. Kelar's eco looking really solid. 77 Slav farms is really good, but he is running out of gold. Where is he taking gold right now? He's got like 800 left there. No relics still. Capture Age, of course, does not like it when pauses happen. Kelar's gonna lose his castle again. I mean, Slavs, not the most convincing civ without gold, right? Maybe Andy doesn't even need to push. Maybe he just holds. He yoinked all the relics super early. This feels like a war crime. Trebs are just demolishing universities left and right. And Andy's rebuilding them. Champions are here, but Kelar can't replace these champions very easily. He's down to 500 gold to take. University wall did fall. Boo education. Yeah, Kelar hates to learn, apparently. He simply wants to destroy these universities. Slavs have good Hussar, which is great in a post-gold game, but the issue is Andy's not in a post-gold game, only Kelar is. And I don't know if straight Hussar is going to win the game against Bohemians with gold. Andy buys himself a castle. Number 6. Yet another castle foundation has been placed on this hill. He's going. I don't think Kelar can deny it this time. He's got 2 Trebs on the field. They are in here, but can't really engage with the Hofnitsa around. I think Andy's won. I thought he was dead when the raid came in. I genuinely thought he was dead when the raid came in. But he held on long enough. Got all the relics super early. Knew he just needed to hold on after that, I suppose. Slavs use a lot of gold. Bohemians don't necessarily. Another castle. Andy has so much gold, he's just buying castles straight up. He even yoinks the last relic. Oof. I think Kelar is just dead. How do you ever win the game now? He's got no gold and no relics. It's a completely goldless game for Kelar. He's selling stone for good prices, to be fair, but he's going to want the stone as well pretty soon here because he's losing a lot of castles straight down the middle. Castles lost count is getting scary. True. Kelar has lost a lot of castles this game. This might be the last fight Kelar can take with any gold units. And it's not going to be good enough. And he's just roving around with 8 Hofnitsa, doming buildings, and he takes game 1 Bohemians, outlasting the Slavs. The full university walling the map. I don't know how much it mattered in the end, but I think it actually did matter a bit. Like, he delayed Kelar's pushing a ton on this side, right? Because Kelar kept having to go through these buildings every time, and of course Andy has the awareness to be able to replace them every time they go down. So it was kind of annoying over there. That KD is rough as well. It was a really good fight for Andy. And welcome in, Game 2, Andy versus Kelar here in Division 1B on Terrace. It is the Malians for Andy, Tatars for Kelar. These are kind of 2 civs that have had a bit of a rough Season 7 so far, so I'm interested to see how they match up.
Tatars have? I've seen Tatars win every Terrace game that I've seen them play, I think. So would be very confident in the Tatars by what I've seen at least.
True. Tatars with all
lost with them, but that's it.
Tatars with all the hill bonuses, right? Makes sense for Terrace. Malians... I don't know if I've seen the Malians win a game yet, to be honest.
Once again, I think Gamer against Spaz had a Malians versus Tatars game where the Malians won. I think that's the only Malian game win I've seen, and the only Tatar loss I've seen at the same time.
Maybe it's a hard
Maybe
counter.
There was some against Magias and Fest, but It's more about the CA, so the longevity for the mains isn't the greatest, and if the Tatars can get to their CA mass, they tend to be stronger in the current meta, because Chicken Castles kind of nerf the Malian rush. But Andy's getting the hill control here, and a beautiful little hump castle there for him in the middle.
Yeah, while it's still camel v camel, it should favor the Malians. Right? Yeah. But, of course, now archery range is down for Kelar, and you just have to hope and pray for big SO shots as the Malians, I suppose.
You just win and want to finish the game in one push, right? Lots of camels, siege riders. So yeah, the SO part applies. And typically the market, which we do see down, and Kelar has stolen, though, from Andy. So Andy can't rely on that market push.
True.
Champions with camels? Yeah, I think I would like the mix-in, but it's very expensive on both the resources. Andy opting for pure camel, I think is fine.
Kelar looking for
But
some
his stable
raids.
count is a bit low, no? Only 6 stables? I think that's not enough to win this as main.
Yeah, it's making pikemen, which, I mean, I guess you gotta make something that doesn't cost gold, but feels kind of bad.
The symptom of him not getting the market, I would say. You know, he's trying to get the late market here. Kelar already, I love this, jumping to the high parts of the hill on terrace. I never can make it work, but it's so good when I see it on the pro level.
It's weird, right? Because his castles aren't on any resource. He's just taking really good pushing position, I suppose.
The elevation. It's Tatars, that's all what you play for, right? So
yeah,
taking the highest elevation on the map is really good for, like, it's really good generally, but especially with Tatars. And he's trying to push in the middle here. Tatar trebuchets aiming to hold back the onagers with their amazing range.
And he trying to cut himself a good place to take an engagement. Does have a lot of camels here. Where are Kelar's cav archers? Guess they're in here, just kind of all over the place.
Some units at the north denying a TC for Andy. Castle went up first in the south as well for Kelar, so at least gets the side control. Now just needs to survive the middle push, and so far, Andy's not making much progress.
Good SO shot.
Obviously, I jinxed Kelar massively.
Camels roll in.
That was the moment where he looked at relics.
Maybe you can you translate this?
Every 8 minutes, there's a small lag.
Okay.
Every 8 minutes, there's a small lag, man.
Every 8 minutes, a small lag. That doesn't sound too bad when you put it that way.
Well, it was supposed to sound
cav
Austrian.
archers!
The Kellar's the one lagging, though. Oh, not that it didn't happen to me today, but
Those Tatar trebs all
no,
go
it's
down.
going in again.
We said Andy needed one
these
big
people
push.
with good siege control, man. It's so annoying. Can they
Yeah.
stop doing that?
Andy is losing the sides, but he's yoinking relics from the sides, so he's kind of playing it out similarly to Game 1 in that regard. And I don't know if Kelar can stop this anymore. I guess he still has a good military. He just needs to be able to take a fight.
I will lose this gold, run to the hills. Seems to be the slogan once more for the Iron Maiden clan. Andy Kelar.
Here's the fight. Lots of SO for Andy.
Dodged. That one hit.
Oof.
But only the camels. Oh, it was almost all the camels there. But he turns away in the last second. And he's still with the pushing energy here. Kelar theoretically with a bigger army right now. Maybe before this engagement. Yeah, takes another shot to the CA. He just keeps them alive. There's still a win con for the Tatars, even though map control looking good for Andy, at least in the middle.
Yeah, Kelar has side control, but he's not taking any resources with the side control yet. And Man, it just feels like he can't take a fight in the middle right now. Andy is running out of gold, though. So if he loses his camel mass, maybe Kelar can still hold on. Ooh, and Andy, a little friendly fire. Not so friendly fire as well.
Oh, another big shot. Thinking Tatas for the Hill is fighting downhill all the match. He wants to turn it around, right, with what he's doing on the sides, but Andy's kind of forcing him to fight here.
Market goes
now
down.
A little pushback by Kelar, though.
You can lose...
Hey, but yes, maybe doing some work.
You can lose your main base on Terrace. There's not that much in there. Obviously, losing access to this golden stone is not ideal, but Andy almost...
I feel like the best Terrace players always lose their base.
Yeah, it's true.
Frost always loses his base and still wins on Terrace. For example, I think that was Frost Zayu, I think is the game I'm thinking of.
Andy's trying to take control in the north. He's going to win this
Oh,
castle race.
Oh, there it is. It was coming. They're all dead. No.
Oh, they are all dead. 4 cav archers left on the field. Make it 2. Make it 1. Okay, not quite 1.
Is it the connection on my headset, by the way? Am I calling out for you as well?
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, I'll restart my headset then quickly.
No heavy cav archers, no gold. GG, says Maltar. Yeah, it's not a great spot for Kelar. Andy is switching into light cav, but Frimble light cav not the worst. Kelar also trying to push on the left. Has a sneaky little castle here. Andy does notice. But, well, actually, I think both these probably go up. Kelar's losing his farms now. And is forced to tap out. Andy starts out with a 2-0 lead. And welcome in Game 3. Andy versus Kelar could be the set decider already. As Andy's up 2-zip, we are on Lagoon. It is the Turks for Andy, Malay for Kelar. 2 decent water civs, but not the heavy-hitting Chinese, Jurchens, Koreans that we've seen on this map elsewhere. What do you think of the matchup? It's interesting. I haven't seen this matchup in a while.
I think that's an even matchup. Interesting that Andy is doing the kind of Division 1 thing of ignoring the middle. Kelar is going for middle docks now, or rather middle harbors, the big bonus of the Malay nowadays on water. As well as cheap elephants being actually kind of decent against boats. And the Turks can maybe make some cavalry. It's camels so far for FreakinAndy. It shouldn't find all too much value, because we've got 2 Rex Halberdiers and a chicken castle. First stock in the middle, straight away producing cannon gains. So I guess Kelar scouted that Andy wasn't interested in the middle. And I really don't like this by Andy. He isn't fighting for the middle, but he's building everything next to the middle.
Yeah. I feel like Turks, especially with the long-range cannon galleons, would get a lot more value out of the middle control. But Andy fully ignoring it. This is kind of how I thought the map would be played before the season started. But obviously that's not the case. He's just going to lose all these for free.
Been largely ignoring the middle on Lagoon, I feel.
Means you have
whereas, I don't know how much of my set you watched, but we did fight for the middle. Not like super hard, but...
You gotta win pretty quickly, I think, if you don't take any middle control. A lot of gold in the middle on this map.
Can still be a 40-minute game, though.
Sure.
First fights coming in. Andy having a beautiful hill above Kelar's base. With the Turk Cannon out there and with the pure outside investment. And he gets the advantage of having more ships on the outside first. And this could be dangerous. Kelar didn't even invest that much in the middle, made 2 dogs. But there could be an edge for Andy to push early.
Turks not known for their elephant counters.
Oh, Malay elephants you can kind of counter with mass galleon.
Yeah, true. It is bad Malay elephants.
My testing, it works sometimes, right? Worked from Swamp for me today. But they're still very useful at pushing the opponent's navy back, and they're doing that here for Kelar. Also, elephants plus halberdiers, nice combination, so the halberdiers can get onto the ships, get their bonus damage in. Demos added for FreakinAndy in order to stop the land units interfering here. Kelar a bit clumped up, demos are hitting nicely, and that means the elephants are at least gone. Maybe Andy can get some hits on the ships as well. Looks like forcing Kelar to retreat. Harbor can maybe get some chip damage in, but Kelar down to 50 military now.
Yeah, if Andy again maybe stuck in last season with all the demo production, but it's working out here.
Oh no, I think he's reached TDM7 as opposed to everybody else.
True.
I think demos are highly undervalued by most people at the moment.
I think so too, honestly. Kelar's out of gold. He's got a couple fishing ships in the middle. Collecting
Kelar also
some,
lost his middle ships. Lost all his middle pressure. Maybe Turks can, on the opposite, do without the middle, because their cannon gains outrange the ones of the middle player.
True.
Maybe we had it all the wrong way around.
Malay... You get the first fire ship upgrade. Demos clearing them out though really nicely. Andy double castling this top side as well. Is allowing Kelar to expand along the bottom.
Yeah, nice expansion. There is some camels kind of waiting for the expansion, but they are missing it. So looks like Kelar will get the castle up there. It's an ugly spot to keep fighting in though for Kelar, because his cannon gains are still under the hill. That's why he wants to desperately clear this castle. Goes under the castles there with the push in. Clears the one castle. Maybe allows him to take the hill position now. But Andy's fleet is still around. And his long-range cannon gains are pretty strong units. Now comes the heavy demo. And Kelar will have to leave the hill again. And counter demos. Okay. Really nice counter demos by Kelar.
And he does find the expansion in the south. Won't be able to deny it completely.
The cannon gains. Oh, they're all hurt, but they stay alive. And now the elephants and kind of fire ships take the brunt of the demos, which is way better than them getting into the cannon gains. Those things are the most expensive part of the army. And with how the meta is developing, kind of the strongest.
Andy's resources are looking a lot better than Kelar's though.
True, 40 on gold. Kelar kind of losing his main gold here in this fighting area, but has still his 2 other golds, which he hasn't really touched yet. Could send some more villagers onto those, but generally 72 villagers only. Oh boy.
He's fishing for
like
food.
Kelar might have to take revenge in the semifinals here.
That's looking good for Andy. It's now 60 to 20 military. Kelar still hanging on. He needs to get a market down. But he's now lost his last dock in the middle. Andy could get back onto the middle now. I don't know how you stop this army anymore. Kelar's out of wood.
Toxiferous, we've evolved. We play all kinds of maps now.
We play a little bit of everything in DM these days.
Oh, another demo roll in deep into the base. Does find some value. And yeah, it's looking really tough for Kelar. Yeah, I really thought... Man, Andy highlight... Oh, Andy's a beast. Deathmatch World Cup champion for a reason.
Yep.
Kelar looked super good in all his other sets, so it's surprising that it's this kind of dominant by Andy so far.
Yeah, I was curious what form Andy would be in. I wasn't sure if he'd been practicing. I guess maybe you don't need to practice that much if you're a top 15 player in the world across all game modes, but
I mean, I made the claim earlier when I was watching your stream that Eddie's probably kind of practiced more for this season than for all the others. Because he's played Deathmatch Nations Cup, and I know Team Austria did some practice as well outside their sets for that, so I think Andy kind of played more DM than usual in the last round.
True, yeah, I guess even if he
hasn't
hasn't
more
played.
about it as well, probably talking with his team.
Yeah, makes sense. Kelar's gonna try and push this back. Demo on the Halbs, though. Andy's still just letting Kelar expand around the back of this. It's kind of keeping Kelar in the game right now. He's got 150 villagers. Well, yes, with the fishing ships even more.
Fishing ships, yeah.
But he still has no res. All that eco and no
usually
res.
What happens if you have that much eco. Because your military just keeps dying and then you keep having to remake it over and over again. And these fights are just not good, right?
No.
5 fires going into 60 galleons. That's not how we get a resource bank.
Yeah, I don't know if they're. I mean, Kelar continues to fight. Maybe if he can bank up enough fires, it's really only Galley and Cannon Galleon for Andy. And I suppose a few well-timed demos mixed in as well.
Oh, this engagement is kind of decent for Kelar. He's got enough fires. It's still a pretty strong counter system nowadays on water, so fires are getting some value, but run under the castle, and the castle clears the fires up. Bought maybe a little bit of time for Kelar, but I'm not really sure what the time gives him. He got that castle up on the right side, actually. I didn't expect him to get that up. But Andy will trap it down immediately. Kelar also not going cannon gains in the middle again, so didn't get really any value from the middle, and Andy's going back.
Yeah, true. He's been fishing in the middle, and he's going to continue, but yeah, he hasn't clocked that Andy is now docking in the middle. Andy deleting villagers as well, so he wants even more military, up to 80. Kelar is housed at 180, and it's going to be even worse. He loses the castle.
Also notable, there was no 8-minute break here for Andy.
True.
And he takes game number 3. Kelar resigns. I really got his footing here. 3-0 for Andy. Not what I had on my cards. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for game 4. Can Kelar get a point with the Japanese on Hyper Random fighting the Georgians? And Kelar Scout is going the wrong way. There's a third island. No! And he's going to the right island. It's not a Scout. I misspoke. It's Sunjian, who has 19 attack. And Japanese Halberdiers should be a pretty good defense, at least against that. But Kelar now notices it's the other island. Castles, not even a stable. Oh boy. And he might be in trouble. He's clumping. Oh. He's walled. He's fully walled.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Andy, of course, with some issues again. That's fine. The full wall.
Leg issues. Gas got a will kill though. The full wall, like using the map feature there, obviously something Kelar couldn't do. He didn't have that wood line there. It is also bad for Andy because he has no space. So I'm not sure this is like only an advantage. Type random things. Oh, they
well. They well, okay. I mean, I don't know if I would have thought of this as a readable map, but I guess if they agree.
It's the first 5 minutes, and I guess they agreed. Kelar lost 2 villagers, so of course
I mean,
he
it's
agrees.
a terrible opening for Kelar. He only has he had 1 barracks up for the first 2 minutes. That was his only production building. But alright. Well, alright.
I mean, it's just so bad for Kelar because Andy did his genius wall in, though, no? I don't think I would have awarded that, but I'm not the div admin, and if they agree, I'm happy to see more games. So let's quickly go to the next one. Alright, we're in the Re. It's a fancy map again, although not as fancy. No water between the players. Kelar now has less space, so the hyper-rating gods are not happy. Kelar got a Re for his after his 2 lost villagers, and they punished him with less space. Guess that means better water access, but I think this map is more uneven than the last one.
His ship is trapped in a bad spot too, and Andy's is not trapped in a bad spot.
Oh, true. We've got an Onager ship. Ooh, fancy. Which second are you at?
I'm at 13.
There. 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Hyper Random. Once again, after the Re, we see a Re streak. Keller's space is limited. In the smaller back pond, he has his ship, and he has not found his Onager ship. 50 plus 1 attack, not too bad. He also got the trickiest hero to start with of all time, the Scythian Scout. It looks like a light cav, but it's way stronger.
I have actually seen, not that I'm hoping for another Re, but I have seen people Re because of ships being stuck in bad ponds before.
Yeah, it's an Onager ship. I mean, it feels important because it's an Onager ship in watching deathmatch, right?
And Kelar is very close to the water.
Did you see that Andy took the hill to fight the Hammer? No, he fought off hill and lost it though. So no villager kills this time. That part is definitely better for Kelar. And in the last game, no 2 villagers lost, so paying off in that regard.
Andy notices the Onager ship. Will it get here in time to deny Kelar off water?
It's fucking slow, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's not moving at all. It will never get there. I think that's I guess that's the upgrade, right? I think that's from the Greek Siths, and they get a manganate ship in Castle Age. I never made it to imp with them.
Well, it kills the Vil on the second dock.
Snap the villager.
But I think it dies to this fire ship.
It looks like it, yeah.
Kelar is also denied the dock from Andy.
Just for both. Well, just traditionally with land units. And Andy is pinging his dead army. Says, oh, thanks. I noticed. I'm killing you.
Georgian Cavalier, not the best unit in the world, but it's a pretty good Cavalier as far as Cavalier go. We're going to take this hill. Andy had to move his castle back a little bit.
Do Cavalier count as making enough Monaspa or not?
No. You need real Monaspa.
But they do add the attack bonus.
That's true. Oh my, these SO shots from Andy.
Ha! The villager stopped building the castle to report the Onager, therefore saving the castle from being wrecked by the trebuchets. That was a funny instance as well. Now starts the forward castle. Maybe it's actually not in range. No, the traps. One trap at least should range. But Keller's shooting at the Onagers, and now will not insta-kill the castle. So it's a trappy castle, but only if it goes up, which it does not. So no trappy castle. Andy deletes it in order to go back. Kelar defends the front of his base. And luckily, with the limited space he has to work with, he's Japanese, so he would rather make fishing ships than farms anyways. And he has started them.
And Andy, I feel like the Cav Archer play for the Georgians is so bad here. Japanese just way better Cav Archers.
True, +2 attack damage as well. I think you do that with Georgians when you want map control early. In order to then play Siege or Siege Monaspa. Keeps producing them, however, and Keller's kind of pushing back on the map control aspect. Really nice trap micro, killing the Onagers. Kelar 94, army to 44.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot. He has still denied Andy off the left-hand side of the water, though can't really do too much with it besides fish. Big seed shots in the middle.
One worry we have for Kelar, but otherwise he's looking at a solid spot to get onto the scoreboard. 8 minutes in, but I guess apart from game 1, we had a great start.
Yeah.
Compared to game 2 and 3, I think the best position he's been in.
Lots of Catapruto Trebs as well to hopefully snipe out the siege of the Georgians.
Yeah, well, they're doing it really good.
Yeah, they are.
19 kills on the trebuchets, and only one of them isn't even the castle because it was deleted. So it's all like siege units from the opposing side.
Kelar with water control on the right as well. He's going to take out a castle from Andy. And take out the castle in the middle for Andy. Really good spot for Kelar.
Sneak dog, let's go. Let's go. That was bad.
Denies another castle in the back of Andy's base with these 2 cav archers he's had sitting back here forever.
Forward castle for Kelar now. And it feels inevitable, kind of, because all the onagers are just getting sniped by the traps. One spot to fight here. The Japanese are outdoing the SO-Civ.
And he might start to regret allowing the re. Because it's looking really good for Kelar here.
Oh, I mean, Setwin should give him... I guess there's Hazy, right? Yeah, we could have like a little triple entendre here. If like, depending on how they all, both players face up with Hazy, which I think hasn't happened yet. So yeah, a clear win would be actually important for Andy, right?
Yeah, I think it definitely could be.
Now he's pushing back. Now the onagers are in number. The traps have to run away. Castle denied for Kelar, so Andy finding some footing in the game.
But the Trebs, man. They just back up and then unleash another volley into the SO.
Get a few more. Kelar now back on the castle, but the onagers are there too. 97, 98, 99. It's up. Let's go.
Every villager dies, but the castle goes up. And he has to back up again. He does have a trebuchet behind. Trying to get this castle up.
That's a castle with a lot of villagers for Andy. How many villagers is there? It's almost like building a wonder in free-for-all amount of villagers. 41.
Holy, that went up fast.
Castle goes up instantly. Can get repaired cheaper as well for the Georgians, so full usage of the Georgian bonus.
A lot of trebuchets.
Trying to out-repair 10 traps. I think you can mathematically not fit enough villagers for that, and indeed, it does go down. Unit 6 to out-repair trebuchet.
He's going for another one.
With architecture.
Round 2.
No, Andy, what are you doing?
I guess it's.
Well, I guess this time it's outside the trap range, but it's Japanese trap, so the trap range is kind of infinite. Only counter werewolf trebuchets, I guess.
Yeah. Kelar not moving forward yet, though. Kelar does have the smaller land mass. I guess he could run out of wood, theoretically, eventually.
He has the right side stripped though, right? That little island on the right tells plenty of wood. Kelar controlling that with TCs, and with his onager ship controlling the crossing there. Actually, maybe it's my packs for Kelar. Controlling that crossing with the onager ship.
This wood line is getting butchered by the SO. Manaspa roll in the meantime.
Oh, the Manaspa getting butchered by the... Oh! Heavy shots for Kelar.
Trebs are dying, but... not all of them.
And now the Samurai are out as well. Samurai counter Manaspa.
Great shot.
Samurai and onagers killing the Manaspa. Now even the siege onagers getting nuked by the Samurais. Great shots for Andy. I don't know. I feel like this is great engagements for Kelar. And he's out of army. He lost all his Manaspa there. Fantastic onager shots for Kelar and Samurai, no?
That as well, yeah. Yeah, 120 military to 20. You can have all the good shots you want for Andy now. It's too late. He's also housed. at very low population.
Andy calling the re against himself costs him a point.
Does indeed.
And
Kelar
Kelar
on the
gets on the
board.
scoreboard.
Good, we like that.
We don't know if Kelar Andy would have really won the last game.
Yes,
Killed 2
yeah.
villagers. But Japanese could have still done what they did here after that, I guess.
Certainly.
Really good trap micro from Kelar. And really clutch samurai switch as well. It wasn't the prettiest map for Kelar, I would still say. And really well done. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the final game. On Fez, it is 2 stables into Rex for Andy. And Kelar will, of course, start with a few more stables. 4 stables into the Elephant Archers. And it's not the worst matchup for Teutons.
No, it's not. They have answers to everything the Gujaras can make. They don't have the mobility that is usually pretty good to have on this map. But in a straight-up fight, should be alright. Nath wants to know how to play this matchup as Gujaras.
Same as always. Elephant Archers and Riders.
Couple camels, probably not the unit you want to be making, but there are Shirvamsha in the queue behind.
He sees the stables, right? So you want to add in a few camels.
Get the kill.
In order not to be naked against the paladins. Kelar can rush here. Teutons very slow. And he's looking for a second, but Andy's quick walling everything.
Kelar, first to expand, of course, as well. Teutons slow in their units and also slow in their building. So Kelar should be able to take really good map control early on here.
And Andy slow in terms of his PC.
Yeah.
He had another lag pause, I suppose.
Shirvamsha here, but there's
You're a pro player,
help
man.
here.
You need an upgrade. We need to hope for Andy to win some RMS here so he can buy a new PC.
Andy maybe a little lax on the castles. Oof, but all the elephants get butchered. I was gonna say, Kelar might be able to deny these castles with the elephant archers, but does not happen.
Heavy early on, always kind of a problem for Gujaras. Kelar will get into here. Maybe he can get that villager. Will be close. No. Doesn't quite get it. That was a heavy deer, so. Such a little bit really ugly castle placement here from FreakinAndy, like it's 2018, with placing castles in these little nooks.
Yeah.
Kind of too inefficient with today's villager pathing. Thanks, Nearly. Since villagers now have a bigger hitbox or an effective hitbox, these castles kind of don't work anymore.
Kelar hits the market. He's also castling all the way down on Andy's side of the gold. So Andy's going to have to really carve out some space for himself soon here.
Andy raiding as well, but Kelar quick ward the villager. Andy trying to deny the wood income from Gujaras. Doesn't feel all that relevant, but it's also where you want to make your farms. And that's very relevant of a resource for Gujaras.
Andy could deny the expansion to the stone, but doesn't see it.
That's why Kelar has an outpost there, the good old Joro outpost, so he can quick ward when he sees the paladin coming.
I don't know about this game plan from Andy. Like, he can probably push down the middle, but this isn't really a map that you win by pushing down the middle, right?
Not really. He will run out of gold pretty quickly if he isn't on that side, and Kelar's castle is going up with 2 villages, protect by 1 camel, and he's not even really interested there. Just looking to fight the units in the middle, get some SO sniped as well. Camels and rider now mix hopping in. Camels kind of adding the melee armor for the riders. Elephant archers looking to snipe the SO on their own. Will lose some HP, but clears most DSO.
Not the worst fight for Andy, but if he doesn't have any gold access, Kelar can take as many SO shots as he wants. He can replace his army.
Maxi, but they're Cav Archer. You're supposed to like them?
True. They're just thick Cav archers.
Maxi accepted that Spanish cannon gains are cav archers. I feel like if that's doable, then he should also be able to embrace elephant archers.
Elephants roll in. Elephant archers are strong. There's no siege here for Kelar, so he's not going to really be able to push into Andy's base, but I guess just keeping Andy in the base is a win con.
Andy trying to move out for a castle, 49 HP, Chakram could kill the castle. I think Andy beats it in time there. But Chakram does deny the only castle attempt for FreakinAndy to go on to gold.
Chakram OP. Yeah, Andy just can't move out. Also, he's only got 2 siege workshops. Okay, he's building more. They had 20 SO in queue from 2 siege workshops. Not ideal.
I'm kind of tempted to ask you what's the better Civ here. Maybe one of them is OP.
Yeah, on this map, it might be Gurjaras. Students are so slow. If you're able to capitalize off the speed of the Gurjaras and take map control like Kelar has, it might be Gurjaras.
Too many ifs and buts. Always OP.
Oof, big shots for Andy. But again, I mean, I guess he's still got 20 SO in the queue. He's out of gold.
Yes, that's the last of his gold though. He's trying to push. He has 2 tempo trebuchets. Kind of alone there. Hello, Buchsbaum. Nice to see you for the first time. Are you in my garden?
Elephant archers in the danger zone, but they get away.
So with the police numbers, yeah, Buchsbaum is a very orderly plant, so that makes sense.
Kelar is going to move to the south to try and maintain his position on the gold side.
Yeah, I mean, clearing those traps here is paramount, right? If the Teutons are out of gold, they can make scouts.
And he does have some gold in the north that he's beginning to take.
Trying to go for the other gold there as well with a forward castle.
Another university quick wall, by the way. But and he's not going to make it onto the gold in the south just yet.
They're against the riders that are on stand ground.
Yeah.
That was necessary. I had to find that university quick wall because I was looking at that area. Traps cleared, so Kelar keeps the gold control of the main gold area. Castle goes up, so maybe Andy can get at least that 3 tile there up top, which feels a bit bad. Has made a Dutch monastery. Does he also have one in his base, or is Andy joined Team Netherlands?
I don't see a monastery in the base.
No. He's looking Dutch today. See, yeah, the relics are going there. I guess it's the side where he has a lot more control than on the other side. Trying to compensate for the lack of gold, but not sure the 4 relics will really be enough. Kelar can get his 4 with his TC and castle combination there. And then the 3 down low if he wants to. So, Kelar still can defend the gold and win, I would say. Here come bombard cannons and siege onager push for Andy, though. This kind of needs to work. He's gobbling up all the 6 tiles of gold there, and then he's kind of out unless he can push this castle.
Good micro so far, but Kelar with plenty of stone to repair this underneath only 3 bombard cannons. I'm fighting in the north, but oh, these elephants squeezing in between the pawns sketches me out a little bit with the SO around. Kelar pulls them back.
No player playing color 2, yet Behelido's coming in with the red hot jokes.
Great micro by Andy. Clears all the onagers from Kelar for free.
Rep war in the north over the relics and that gold that Andy also direly needs. Cannon gain! for FreakinAndy in the top fight. Will clear the trebuchets of Kelar. So,
Kelar-
Andy will win that scenery in the south. Big shots.
Yeah, pretty big shots. Elephant numbers are dwindling. Castle, I think, will fall for Kelar.
And he sniped the siege. Hussar and riders attempting, but ironclad. Pretty good technology. Very annoying technology if you're trying to snipe VSO. I feel
Yep.
Kelar.
Yeah, sure, Vamsha usually really good at sniping siege, but with the extra armor, it's a little bit tougher. These SO are hunting the elephants down. Maybe too
Siege
far.
elephants, interesting thought to maybe snipe the SO. Get a lot of bonus damage for Gujaras. Maybe that helps. I think it only helps with buildings though. No, they get anti-siege as well, right? Yeah, 49 extra damage. Heaviest take them out though. Castle has fallen for Kelar. Andy now looking to get a castle there. Is on his last 640 gold. 0 villagers on gold. This castle needs to go up. Kelar is also smartly mining the forward gold. So Andy will have less if he gets control here, which it looks like he might. Onagers for Kelar trying to fight the SO. Really nice SO micro out of FreakinAndy. Dodges all the Onager shots.
Andy also pushing in the north. Double castle drop. Up top, he's yoinking more relics from now Kellar's side of the map.
And the Navy is out harassing the gold and the wood and food eco for Kelar. Oh, this might have turned a little here. Oh, but Andy not paying attention to his siege archers, losing them to the elephant archers. Now they're shooting. Kelar's losing more elephant archers.
Maybe Gurjara's not
not on
quite
gold, though.
such better of a civ after all. Kelar has nothing in queue. He's got 2 elephants in his queue, that's it.
And he's still some gold to mine in the north. He's mining the stone as well that he can sell. Hasn't really made it onto the southern gold yet though. He's just finishing up that castle. Kelar now moves forward again. Has to address the north a little bit where the Navy is causing some issues, and he might get even another gold there, kind of one of Kellar's starting golds.
Castle goes down for Kelar on the right-hand side. It's kind of a big issue. Kelar doesn't really have wood in the bank or under control anymore. He's losing villagers on the golds in the south.
And he now moves to the southern gold, but the only one he's controlling right now is only 1400.
Yeah, Kelar did a good job of hoovering up the forward gold, like you said. Didn't leave Andy with very much.
Very smart.
And the
Do you have
castle's
any
too far
traps?
away.
One is only coming.
Another castle
Northern
for
castle,
Andy.
quick walls. Elephant archers and Hussar gonna address the Navy. Elephant archers should move forward, maybe kill the villagers. That's a lot of villagers on that castle. Kelar is maybe losing the wood side, but might be winning the gold side. Very, very interesting Fez game. That's why Fez is so amazing on the top level.
Andy bringing back his 6th relic.
Another castle.
He is butchering what Andy has in the south. Some elephant archers found their way into the gold. This is the issue of the
Another
Teutons,
trap
right?
coming there.
He's trying to play sides. That's not really something you can do as the Teutons very well. I guess if you're just all castles and
all the
treads.
northern army of Kelar though, and now it's fully castled the farm eco. So, well, Kelar has a new farm eco down south, so really good realization. We'll keep the food flowing. Might have to buy some wood though. Siege fight in the south. Kelar trying to push. Trebuchet a bit out of position. Kind of an important trebuchet. Kelar snipes the bombard cannon. Maybe now start trapping that castle. He's waiting for more trebuchets to make a push for that castle. Gold is denied anyways with these 9 elephant archers, so not the biggest thing at the moment.
Andy's selling
Where's
stone.
Kelar on wood? It says 28. Oh, so these the loot lines.
That's a crazy castle for Andy in the north. He's saying no more wood for you with that castle. Actually don't know. It must just be on these, straggler trees in the south for Kelar. Is all he's got. Not great. But it'll keep him alive for a little while at least.
I know bombard cannons for Gujaras. Yeah, they're kind of shit. No siege engineers means they lose quite hard to Teuton onagers. They can't really outrange them, and their blast rate is so low.
Andy's res is looking really good. He's hoovered up all the stone on the map. He's got 3k.
Gold's still not looking all too great though, right?
Yep.
Has these 3 tiles left, and that's still kind of it. Kelar, I think, will clear the southern castle now. The 7-0 relics might be what keeps the Teutons alive, but Teutons without gold can only make 1 unit, and that's Halberdier. So that's tough. I mean, I guess with 7 relics you can keep making champions. Maybe even ETK.
He still has gold in the north that he's taking as well, so he's not out.
Okay, it's 5 tiles. Kills the siege here. Kelar trying to push back for the wood. That was important that Kelar lost these 3 trebuchets there. Kelar gets full control of the south.
Another castle goes up for Andy. And another one. Holy Teutonic healing fortress? Maybe.
Just 1,700 elo higher.
Yeah. That castle might not go up though.
Still works. It's a master strategy, like Red Phosphor.
Kelar back up to 50 elephant archers. Andy kind of struggling to get the siege on the field. Whose position do you like better right now?
I think Kelar's.
He still has full gold access in the south, but he's kind of mined through most of it. I feel like this is going to be a wood game soon, and Kelar's not going to have the wood. And he has 8 relics, by the way.
He doesn't need that much wood. He's Kucharas, right? They never make a wood unit in their life.
True.
I mean, they make onagers and traps, that's it.
Yeah, true.
But all these castles are certainly an issue, and the stone control is kind of huge for Andy. Kelar now has a good amount of traps again, though. Can maybe start killing these castles. And even stealing Kellar's farms. Kelar should have deleted his farms. And he stole 7 farms.
Yeah, true. And he has another gold that he's taking in the north now.
Like that much with the elephant archers. Kelar really needs those elephant archers for the post-gold game. And the post-gold game, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Andy's losing a lot of SO to these Hussar that are just running through. Loses a castle as well to all the Trebs.
That castle should also go down, even though Andy's sniping some trebuchets. The onagers are now being lost. Andy's still 19 on gold. Which isn't only these. Did he snuck off somewhere?
He's on the far right
sending
now.
More there. Oh, that one. Can you really win with to get all the 4 little golds?
I know.
In between the woods? Or do you need the big one? That's the question. The big one is not much left though, right? There's like 3 tiles here for Kelar. It's like, I don't know, that's maybe 2 tiles left, and that's also only 1k left, so it's only a little bit more than what Andy has. But the castles are all getting cleared now, so Kelar can make his way back to wood now.
Can maybe get back on wood. It's still 8 relics to 0. Kelar could, I guess, get some from the south. Long term.
Just getting cleared towards the left of the traps. They go unopposed. If Kelar gets both these goals as well, I think he's looking pretty good. Still hasn't gotten a single relic, and he got all the 8 relics from the north. Bombard cannon going to die. Yeah, I think I am starting to like Kellar's position significantly more.
Yeah. And being able to get back on wood just a little bit here is massive. Gonna push Andy off of these golds as well, which is really good.
He has 53 elephant archers on the field, and I think Teutons are now off of gold if Kelar clears this little very much to the right corner gold. Still some onagers on the field. Not that many heavies around though. Andy a bit low on helps. And we'll lose some onagers here to even the Hussar.
Kelar buying food. I guess it's cheap.
Allows Andy to sail though. Andy has a lot of food. It has 75 farms, so I'm not sure he needed to buy there. It's kind of helping Andy. Could have maybe waited as well. Here's the gold now. Andy's off of gold aside his 8 relics. So there's some siege pushing.
Kelar's elephants are kind of all over the place on the map right now. He's got almost 50, but he's got 10 on the left. Not doing that much right now. Bunch more on the the water line rather. It's a big army for Andy.
Trying to control the gold there. Oh, no, there's even paladins now. Alright, this is Andy's final push. Clearing the wood. Okay, we're going dirty now.
He's got 2 scouts out on the field, killing villagers. SO die for the Trebs.
Hussar clearing the SO though. Trebs are not as important anymore, maybe. But obviously still bad losing them. Keller's off of gold. Because he's transitioning to another gold pile in the south. His elephant archer numbers are dwindling. 34. Oh, I'm trying to fight the SO. I'm not sure about this. Okay, micros them down decently. Needs to finish the last one.
Kelar only has
14 left there.
Kelar only has 900 gold left to take in the south, and there's Paladin coming down to deny even that.
Andy jumping back onto the 1k gold that is up north. The elephant archers in the south now all died, I guess?
I think Kelar is dead. He's got nothing. He's got 20 elephants on the field. That's it.
And he's got a lot of food and wood and the 8 relics. Yeah. Those fights, that last push working for Andy with the Paladin and onagers.
Yeah, you said it was his last push, and I think it was.
Alright, now I can make another. Now they got the 2 golds back. Even buying another castle there. Selling 1,000 food for it.
Yeah, some more gold left to take up here. Kelar, really good food economy. But what can he do with just food? Just Hussar.
Yeah, no. Control's also not in a great spot now that the elephant archers have died. I thought with 53 elephant archers.
Chakrams?
Even with Andy's
really bad
gold.
against the Teutons, by the way.
True.
Because everything has extra armor.
Kind of countering them. And Teutons win on chess. What freaking Chris can't make work, Andy can.
Gurjaras just can't get it done. What do I say?
Well, just these players are something else with their siege control.
Yeah, Andy is so scary with the siege control. He really is. Obviously, the Gurjaras don't have very good siege anyway, but Andy was just taking a lot of good fights in this game. Did throw away a lot of siege too, but he just found enough gold to stay alive.
Amazing game 5, and Andy takes the 4-1.